Hi guys, in this video I will show you how to create AJAX CRUD application with Laravel application. So let's get started with an example. So basically we will install Laravel and then create the CRUD operation with the post, okay, with the title and body. So let's get started. So let me go here and create new Laravel app. So I will just say Laravel new and it is asking for a project name. So I will say AJAX CRUD, okay, and then you can see that starter kit. I don't want to use anyone, and then let's wait a moment to download all the composer dependencies. So let's wait. Okay, now it is asking for the which database you want to use. I will say MySQL. And you want to run the default database? No, because I want to configure the migration, like all database. Okay, so you can see that it is also asking for npm install. I don't want right now because we are using plain. So I will say just AJAX CRUD and let me clear it. And now let me go my VS Code editor and open the project. Okay, so let me go here, www and Laravel, inside that AJAX CRUD. Okay, now first of all I will go to the env and then you can see that there is a AJAX CRUD database name. So I will just say Laravel underscore app, that I already created database. Username is root, password is root as well. Save it. Now let me run the migration. Okay, and you can see that migration runs successfully. Let me go to the table plus and refresh it. You can see that all the default tables are created. Okay, now first of all what I will do, I will create the CRUD application for the post, title and body column. So first of all I will create model and migration. So let me run php artisan mac model and post model with migration. Okay, so you can see that they created post model and also created a migration. So let me go here and let me go to the database migrations, and here let me add the column. Okay, so I will say string, that will be the title, and text that for the body column. Save it. Now let me run the migration, php artisan migrate. Okay, and you can see over here, if I go and refresh, you can see that there is a table called post table, okay, with the title and body column. Now let me go here and go to the model that already created and define that both the columns. So I will say protected fillable, and I will define both column, title and body, and save it. Okay, so that means we define the column, so we can easily do it like a talk with the database table. Okay, so now let me create the controller for the insert, update, delete. So I'm going to create resource controller so I don't have to define separately route. So let me clear it and I can show you. Okay, so php artisan mac controller post controller dash resource. Okay, and hit enter. And now let me go here and go to the controller. You can see that by default created index, create, store, show, and all the methods. Okay, so I don't have to create separately each method. Okay, now let me go to the routes and create resource route as well. So I will say route resource route. Okay, and then I will just say post. Okay, and here I will call post controller, that what we created. Okay, so you can see that resource route, that means, let me go and show you. So let me clear it, php artisan route colon list. Okay, and you can see that they created automatically this get method, and that's called index method, and you can see that post route, and that's called store method, and you can see that show route and also put route and delete route as well. So I don't have to define separately all the routes, and I can easily use that one. Okay, in our example. So let me go here, and first of all what I will do, I will go to the controller, and inside the index method I am going to just return view, and view I am going to just say post. Save it and go to the resource, and here I am going to say post blad.php. Okay, and here I'm going to use bootstrap. So save it, and bootstrap cdn already added over here. So here I'm also going to use card design, so I will use bootstrap card snippet, okay, and example, so I will just say CRUD application, okay, save it, okay, and let me run the project. Okay, so let me clear it, php artisan serve, okay, and now let me go here and run the application. Okay, here is the Laravel application, and just say post route, because our route is post. You can see that simple bled file is running properly over here. Okay, now first of all I have already include the bootstrap CDN, but let me go here and go to the bootstrap documentation. I'm going to use that one, but you can use Tailwind CSS if you want. So here is the CDN, so copy this. Okay, this one is the older one, so let me change it. Same thing I'm going to use for JS, so I can use the model also. So let me go here and save it. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I also need to use jQuery because we have to call the AJAX request. So let me go here and I will just search jQuery CDN.js, and let me go to the website, copy this tag, and just I need to add over here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just creating a bootstrap table. So let me go to the documentation and just click on the docs, okay, and just table. And if I go here, I'm going to use strip table. So let me go here and you can see over here how we can use it. So just copy this, table, and then I'm going to use thread, okay, and then I'm just define our th. Okay, so what I'm going to add, id, title, body, and then I'm going to add action. Okay, and then there should be a t body as well. Okay, so you can see that t body we are loading by default using jQuery code. So let's do it later. So let me go here and just refresh it. You can see that there is a proper table, id, title, body, and action. Okay, let me also add the class table border. Save it. Okay, and let me refresh it. You can see that proper. Okay, now first of all what I'm going to do, I'm also adding one more button over here, and class will be btn success. This is all bootstrap class, so you can use your own Tailwind CSS if you are using that one. Create post, save it. Okay, and if I refresh it, you can see that. Let me also make it margin bottom 2 pixel. Okay, and go and refresh. You can see that create post. Now when I click on it, that should be an open pop-up where I can add title and body. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just go here and model inside the bootstrap, and they already provided a simple example over here. So I'm going to just copy this attribute, save it. Okay, and just I'm going to add over here, and here I will say create post, save it. Okay, now what I need to do, copy this model design, and just after card. Okay, just I'm adding, and here I will just add proper comment, create post model, save it. And also I'm going to change the id, create post, that what we already call, and this is model title, so I will say create post, save, and save changes, that means submit, save it. Okay, now if I go here and refresh it and click on create post, you can see that there is a sample of very simple model open over here, create post, and there is a submit button and close button. If I click on close, now what I need to do here, I'm going to add form. Okay, I'm not going to define any of the actions. Okay, and then I'm going to just say div, and let me add the class empty1, empty2. Okay, and then label I'm going to define, and that will be for the title. Okay, and then let me define the input text, and the name will be title, and I'm also define the id as a title, and I'm also define the class form control. Okay, same thing I also need to add for the body. So copy this, paste it over here, and just define body. And for also I'm going to add title for body, and input, instead of input I'm going to use text area for it. So let me go, text area is closed, and id will be body, name will be body as well. Save it. Now let me go refresh it and click on create post. You can see over here there is a title and body over here. Okay, now if I click on submit, that should be implement the validation, and also I need to create the post as well. Okay, so let me go here, and first of all I am going to write the script tag over here. Okay, and then I will just say document dot ready, then this should be call. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so first of all I will just add this button class, like create post class, save it. When I click on it, I will call click event, and here just I'm say alert. Okay, and if I refresh it and click on create and click on submit, yeah, that's nothing, because yeah, maybe what happened, yeah, I just forgot to add dot because we are using the class. Save it, click on it and click on submit. You can see that alert, so that means that's working perfectly fine. Now what I need to do is over here, so I will just say let. Okay, and then I will just define form data, okay, in the JSON. So I'm going to just say title, and I will get the title from the, okay, so let me get the title from dollar title dot well. Okay, and then let me also define body, and I will get the body from dollar, and I will get from the body well. Okay, so this is perfectly fine. Okay, now what I need to do, just let's see we are getting or not. So console.log, console.log is a very important part. Save it. Okay, so we can debug it easily, and let's see, refresh it and click on it, and let me just add something over here. Click on it, title and body, both input value we are able to get. Okay, now let me call the ajax request. Okay, so what I'm going to do, $ajax, I already written like post method. Okay, and then there is a post method, so let me go here and I will just say php artisan route list, because we are already using a resource route. So you can see that there is a already post method. So what I'm going to do is just say post. Okay, and then here we are need to just pass the JSON, that means the form data what we have defined over here. Okay, and then after that I am going to just call log response, so we just display console log of the response. Okay, now what this does, okay, so let me go here, and you can see that inside the post controller there is called store method. So let me go here, and inside the store method what I'm going to do is define the validation. So validate will do, I'm going to add validate. Okay, so validate, not validated, validator. Okay, so I'm going to use validator facade. Okay, and then I will just say mac. Okay, and for first argument we need to pass all the data, request all, and then we need to define the validation title. Okay, and then that should be just required for now, and then I'm going to just say body, and that also should be required. Okay, and if validator, so let me change the name of variable as well, validator, so it's much more clear. And validator has a method that's called fails. Okay, if it fails, then what I need to do, return response in JSON. I'm going to return inside the all the errors, and errors will be, I can get all the error message from validator variable errors, and that's it for now. Okay, now let me go and let's see. Okay, if I go and refresh it, click on create and click on submit, you can see that unknown status and there is a 419 error. So that means we also need to pass CSRF token. So let me go here and go to our blade file, and let me create a new meta tag over here, and here I'm going to define that. So name will be as CSRF token, and content I'm going to just take from the already helper Laravel provides CSRF token helper. Now save it. Okay, and let me also find this value. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just copy this, and inside the body like form data I'm going to pass underscore token, and then I will get meta. Okay, name will be dot attr. Okay, so that means attribute content. Okay, and save it. Okay, now let me go here and just refresh it. We already passed the token, so let me go create post and click on submit. Now you can see that there is a return errors, but with the errors you can see over here they also return body, like body and title as well. So refresh it and let me do it again, click on it. You can see that with the errors, title and body, like body field is required, title field is required. So we also need to display that message over here. Okay, under the input. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first I will check response dot errors. If they have errors, then what I'm going to do, because they one by one they already like title and body, so what I will do, I will run the each loop. Okay, response dot errors. Okay, then I will just say function and key and value. Okay, and this is correct. Okay, now what I will do, I will take the dynamic ID, because we already have a dynamic ID like has sign. Okay, over here has, and then I'm going to plus sign key. That means you can see that body and title, so we already given the proper name. Then after I'm going to just add a new div over here. Okay, so just make it with single comma, so I will say div, and I will just add the class as well. Okay, and class will be text danger and then error message. This all the class from the bootstrap. So let me close this div and let me concat the value like error message. I can get, you can see that body key and the value is array, so that means 0 key is the message. Okay, so I will say value and 0 key. Okay, and just save it. Okay, and now let me go here and just refresh it and let's see, create and click on it. You can see that like the title field is required and body field is, if I click on it, you can see that it's adding the twice. Okay, so that's not correct, right? So let me go here and what I will do, just copy this error message, because error message is only error message. So let me go here dollar and remove it when you click on it, save it. You can also give the custom class for it, but for me, for this example, I am fine with that. So let me go create post, click on it. You can see that if I click on it, it just reload one time. Okay, so this is perfectly fine. Now what I need to do is, so the next, if everything is fine, then post should be created. So I'll just say post modal I'm going to use and just say create, and here I'm going to just say title, and title I will take from the request object title, body, and then I will take body from the request object as well, body, and then just return response JSON, and I will just pass success key with the post. Okay, save it. Okay, now let me go here and to the post, and here if there is no error, then it should be come over here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, first of all, this model is open, so that I need to just close it. Okay, so what I will do, just I will say create post. okay, from the id, and there is a dot model method, and I will just say hide it. Okay, save it. Okay, now let's see. Okay, and if I go here and just adding the title and click on submit, you can see that model is closed and success response with the post object title. And let me go to the table plus and go to the post. Okay, and refresh it. You can see over here there is already title and the body, so that means our records is created properly. Okay, now what I need to do is, so now I need to also display the data into the table. Okay, so what I will do, I will go here, and first of all when page will be refreshed, then Ajax should be call. Okay, so what I will do, I will Ajax, okay, and method I will keep get, okay, and URL will be post. Okay, and I don't want to pass anything as a data. So now let me just console.log and response. Okay, so that means we are going to call this get method with the post URL. So let me go here, and you can see that there is already over here is index method like post and post index, and post controller there is index method again call. But if you go here, by default is also running the get method. So what I need to do is go to the controller. By default it's browser calling the get method, but we are going to call Ajax request. So what I will do over here, request dollar request, and then here I'm going to just say if it's Ajax request, then I'm going to just return JSON data. Okay, so request is Ajax, then I'm going to get all the post, and I will say latest get and return response JSON, and I'm passing as a data, sorry, post as a dollar post. Save it. Okay, and let me remove this. Okay, now let me go here and refresh it. You can see that I can get the array. Okay, because right now we have just one post. Okay, so now what I need to do is just dollar dot each loop again, and I will just say response dot post. Okay, and function I'm going to use, and inside the function I'm going to just say key and post. Okay, then what I will do, I will just create new variable over here, let row, that will be empty. Okay, so yeah, so it should be outside of the each loop, because yeah, just save it. Okay, and here what I'm going to do, just row, and here I'm going to add tr over here. So what I will do, multi-line, I want to write the multi-line HTML, so that's why I'm going to use this sign. So here I'm going to just say tr, and let me close this tr. Okay, and then td, close it. Okay, so same thing, let me add for a 4 time, because we have a 4 row, 1 2 3 4. Okay, and then first of all I am going to just display with the dollar sign, because you can concat like this way, post dot id, then we are going to display the title, then we are going to display body. Okay, and save it. Okay, and here I'm going to add buttons. Okay, so let me go here and add button. I need to add it manually, btn primary and btn sm, so that will be a look smaller. Okay, and then just close the button, and this is for edit. Save it, and let me copy same button, and primary, instead of primary I'm going to use danger for the delete. So just save it. Okay, and row added, and at the end what I'm going to do, just go to our table, and here I'm going to add id post list. Save it. Okay, and here I'm going to add this all the HTML. Okay, so just has post list HTML, and then all the row append inside that id. Okay, save it. Okay, now if I refresh it, you can see that this is perfect. Okay, this is action is too long, so let me go here and make it proper. And yeah, width I'm going to say 250 pixel. Okay, save it. Okay, now if I refresh it, you can see that edit and delete over here. Okay, now let me create a new post over here. So let me just random words I'm going to add. It's created successfully but not instant added, so let me refresh it. Now it's added. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this, so let me go here and I will create a new function that's called fetch post. Okay, and close this, and here I'm going to create new function that's called fetch post. Okay, and this entire code I'm going to put inside that. Okay, so let me go here, make it proper format. Okay, yeah, now save it. Okay, so that means by default call fetch post method, and after create the post I'm going to call again the same method. Okay, so same, save it, and let me remove this console as well. Okay, save it. If I refresh it, this is perfectly loaded. Let me go here and create just for the demo. Click on it, you can see over here it instantly load over here. Okay, so I hope guys you understand how easily we can roll, and we can use double time, like we can use twice same function. Okay, so now if I click on edit, same thing, I need to open the pop-up. Okay, so let me go here, and first of all I am going to add new methods called edit post. Okay, and then let me go here, I'm going to write new method dot edit dot click. Okay, and then function. Okay, and just I'm going to alert it, and let's see it's working. Okay, save it. Okay, and if I refresh it and click on edit, it's nothing. Okay, why? Because we append this row. Okay, so that way you cannot directly call click event. So what you need to do is over here, so just you need to use on event body on, and then first argument will be which event, so I'm going to use click event, and which element, so I'm going to add post. Save it. Okay, now if I refresh it and click on edit, you can see that now I am able to call the jQuery event. Okay, so what I'm going to do the next, I'm going to pass the ID and call the get route, sorry, get API, and then get the post detail. Okay, so let me go here, and first of all I'm going to just pass data dash ID. Okay, and here I'm going to say dollar post dot id. Okay, so now let me go here and just get that id. Okay, so we'll select id, and then I will use this element ttr and database id and save it. Okay, and just say if we are able to get the id or not. Save it. Okay, and refresh it, click on edit. Yeah, you can see that, but there is a still round bracket because here is keep. Save it, refresh, click on it, you can see that. So now we are able to get the id. So now let me go here, and I will call, you can see over here there is a get method, so that means show method I am going to call, and we are getting all the details of that post. Okay, so dollar AJAX, and here I will say get method and just say post. Okay, and slash plus I'm going to pass the id, and I'm not going to pass other anything. Save it. Okay, and then I will just say console.log response. Save it. Okay, and now let me go to the post controller, show method. So I will find the post first, dollar post, find dollar id, and then return response JSON, and inside the array I'm going to pass post, dollar post. Save it. Okay, and now let's see over here. Save it, refresh, click on edit, you can see that I am able to get this post object. Okay, so now what I'm going to do the next, go to the post, and I'm not going to use the same model for update as well, because like right now very simple form, but later maybe you have a complex model. So that's why I'm going to just say create post. I will say update post, and here I will just say edit post. Okay, id, and then button title also I'm going to change update post, and update is the button name. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just next, go here, and also let me change the id, because I cannot keep the same id twice. So id will be dash edit, save it. Okay, and then after response, what I'm going to do, just has edit dot model, and that should be show. So that means that model should be display. Before that, what I'm going to do, just say has title dash edit, okay, dot add val. So value I'm going to get from the response dot post dot id. So title, this is for title value, and then next I'm going to do for body. Okay, save it, and this is for body, save it. Okay, now let me go refresh it, and if I click on edit, you can see that now we have this fillable title and body. Okay, so now if I click on update, that data should be updated. Okay, before I'm going to do that, I'm going to also add the id as a hidden parameter. Okay, so let me add input, and type will be hidden. Okay, and yeah, and I will define the id. So I will say just post dash id, save it. Okay, and then when I'm going to call these methods, before open the model post id, so I'm going to just add the id as well, save it. Okay, same thing, I'm going to create click event for the update post button. So just say I will copy the entire. Okay, so because almost same thing I need to do twice, so copy this. Okay, and just paste it over here. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, let me add the comment, so that way it will be a more perfect, like create post, save it. Okay, and then you can see, let me just, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, and this is for update post. Okay, update post button, when I click on it, I was getting from the title id. I have already defined edit dash edit. Okay, and then this is fine. Okay, and post, and now let me go to the which route I'm going to use, put method. So you can see that there is a update method of post controller. So let me go here, and here I will just say put. Okay, and then slash, I need to pass the id. Okay, so id I'm getting from the, let me go here and paste it, post id, that hidden variable that what we have get. Okay, so save it. Okay, and then you can see that this is the id. Also by default id was the title id, so that's for the update. I just need to pass the string edit. Okay, so proper that message will be displayed. Okay, save it. Okay, and then edit post will be hidden. Okay, save it. This is perfectly fine. Now let me go here into the controller, same thing, I'm going to just copy this and go to the update method and just paste it. Okay, if everything is fine, then I will just find the post from the id, and then I'm going to just say post title from the request title, and then I'm going to just do for the body as well. So let me do, and at the end just save it. Okay, and return response JSON, and inside the JSON I'm going to just pass post success with the post object. Okay, save it. So this is perfectly fine, so save it. And now if I go and refresh it and click on edit, and if I just say 3 dot dot dot, click on update. You can see that now our update task is done as well. Okay, same thing we need to do for the delete. So what I'm going to do is, this is for edit, so I will just say edit get request, save it. Okay, so same thing I am going to do for, I am passing the id for delete button as well. So same thing, let me put it, and also let me give delete post class. Okay, and we are going to append, so we need to use the on event. So home it, okay, and just save it. Okay, and here I'm just say delete post. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, first I will get the id, what I did for the edit. So dollar this, and then data dash id. Okay, then I need to confirm, are you sure you want to delete? So what I'm going to do, confirm. Okay, and then are you sure, just simple message. If they are sure, then what I'm going to do, ajax. Okay, and I'm going to use delete route, you can see over here. So destroy method of post controller. So what I'm going to do, that should be a delete method, and here I'm going to say post slash id. So what we have, and we are not going to pass other data, save it. Okay, and after delete again, the method, it should be called like fetch post. So that means that records will be updated automatically. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go to the post controller, and here I'm going to say first post find from the id. After find, I'm going to just say delete, and then JSON. Okay, I'm going to say success just one, save it. Okay, because there is no object to pass. Okay, no meaning, save it. Okay, now let me go here and refresh it, and if I click on delete, are you sure? No. If I click yes, and there is a problem because we need to also pass the token, because we forgot data type. Okay, because data type we are using JSON, so I also need to pass as a data. So let me go here, and here I'm just say underscore token, and that should be token we need to pass, that is very important. Meta, and name will be csrf dash token, I think. Yeah, that's dot ttr, and content, that's correct, save it. Okay, now let me refresh it and click on delete, and if I click on, you can see over here that record is deleted as well. Okay, so this was very simple CRUD application. Okay, let me make it proper design and like adding some icons, so that looks much more professional. So let me say title Laravel AJAX CRUD application. Okay, and then let me go to the font awesome cdnjs. So let me go here and go and just copy this, and just I'm going to add it, save it. Okay, and then I will just say font awesome icons. Okay, and go to the icon library, and there is already free icons link over there. So let me close it, and yeah, I will just say plus icon for the create. Yeah, there is a lots of plus because you can see over here, and if I click on it, and let me go here. Okay, here I'm going to just add it. Okay, so font, okay, and class plus. Yeah, this is I think perfect. Okay, let me go here and just refresh it. Yeah, let's mess it. Okay, maybe something wrong I made it, so let me go, and I think I need to close like this way, save it, refresh it. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, let me make some spacing, save it. okay, and refresh. So that means there is a plus icon. Same thing, let me do it. Let me find the edit icon. So I will just say edit. So maybe there will be a pencil icon. So let me go pen. Okay, I'm going to use that. Copy this and go to the JS code because we are adding over there. Just say pen, and let me also find for a delete. So delete, this is already free, so you can see that some of the paid, so you can use it. So copy trash. Okay, and let me paste it over here and trash, save it. Okay, now let me go here and just refresh it. You can see that now much more clear and beautiful design with the icon. So you can see over here how easily we can create insert, update, delete with Laravel AJAX CRUD. Okay, I hope guys you like this, then share with your friends and subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching guys.